Good morning. This is Don Thornton. I'm the short sale guy, and I want to welcome you to another video, another podcast, another entry in my vlog, and of course, another entry in my blog because I take one piece of content and make it four. I call it the Mount Rushmore of content creation. So enough of that. Let's talk about our theme for today, which is how in the world do you make money passively with short sales? Now, that may seem a little bit counterintuitive because lots of times you think, well, the only way to make money in a short sale is if you find a short sale, find a foreclosure, let's say, where the homeowner owes more than what the property is worth. You get a realtor, you go negotiate a short sale, you get a discount, you cash out the property at closing, and then you do a rehab, and then you resell it. That seems to be, for most people, the only way to make money in short sales. Now, just so you understand who I am, I have been a short sale investor, a very successful short sale investor since 2003. I actually started my real estate career in 2002, but it took me quite a while to learn how to do this. So, for those of you who have been trying to be a real estate investor and trying to break through for a while, take heart because lots of times it does take some time to get there. And if you don't have results in the first 6 months, don't think that you should quit. In fact, I'm a big believer that you don't quit ever until you reach your goal. But that's a theme for another podcast or video. But let's get back to short sales. Okay, what I love about short sales is the fact that I don't have to invest any money to get them except for just normal marketing costs. I don't have to risk any money down. I don't have to invest any money in the way I invest. So that way there's no risk. Now, I can tell you that I don't know how many people I've helped in my career, but let's just keep it at a round number and say 1,000. Let's say I've done 1,000 short sales in my career. So I can tell you without a doubt that I have not lost a dime ever in a short sale, ever. By far, it's the safest investment I've ever had. Whereas I have a few times lost my shirt in regular flips, fix and flips. And why is that? Because in a flip, you're going to put money. You're going to put money into the transaction. Number one, you have to buy the property, or you have to give some money to the homeowner and take it subject to. And then you have to put money in to rehab it. And then once it's finished, you put the house on the market and you pray that you're going to meet your price. Well, a few times, I lost like $30,000-$40,000 on the deal, and that's not fun because you think that you're going to do well, and then the market turns. And for me, I never use my own money. I always use investors' money. So I'm very conscious of the fact that I need to get their money back to them. And a number of times I have basically just taken a loss to make sure they get their money back as soon as they can, because I want to keep the relationship going. So I don't want to burn them, basically. So there is inherent risk whenever you take a property and you fix and flip it. Whereas in a short sale, the way that my company has been flipping short sales, there is no risk. So that's really one of the key things that I want you to understand about how this works. Now, I'm not going to go into the details about how we get our short sales, how we get discounts, how we flip them, all the mechanisms of that. That's something that you can learn if you join my team. If you join Team Thornton, then I'd be glad to go in and we can talk about how you can make money as well. But right now, I'm just talking about passive income. So what does that entail? Well, as a background, let me tell you what I think is going to be happening here in the next 1 to 2 years. We have had a hugely hot real estate market. And a lot of that has been due to the fact that a large number of houses, distressed property houses that would have been on the market, have not been able to hit the market because of the foreclosure moratorium. And that meant that the housing supply was narrowed so much that there was just not enough houses for demand. And whenever that happens, if you know anything about economics, you know that prices are going to surge because people want, the only way to buy a house will be to outbid the other one. And that's really a bad situation. So you've got, last couple of years, you have a lot of people that have overpaid way a lot for their properties. But now we've already seen this for like the last 4 months here in Florida. The market's cooling a lot. Now, maybe in other parts of the country, it hasn't hit there yet, but Florida, we're like the canary in the gold mine, and excuse me, the coal mine. When the canary pops over and dies, that means there's a problem with the oxygen. This is how the miners used to, that was their safety mechanism back in the 1800s. Well, Florida is like the canary. We feel the effects first. Just as a case in point, I remember the entire country had a horrible time with the Great Recession in 2008, but we were feeling it in 2006. In fact, 2006 was one of my worst years ever as a real estate investor because everybody was putting their house for sale. There were no buyers. And then it started to go down, and it started to go down, and it started to go down, and it started to go down. And the problem we had was that we could still get short sale discounts, but by the time that we got the short sale negotiated and we got the price in the bank, the market had dropped so much that there was no equity. When we first started, there was equity, but by the time we got to closing, there was no equity. And so we couldn't go through with the sale because what's the point? Because the market was still going down. And, within 4 months, it would have been a loss. We would have been upside down as well. So it was tough until it hit bottom. It was quite the ride down. It was like, well, you had to have a lot of cojones to wait that cycle out. I don't think that's going to happen this time, but I do think that it's going to happen. But I want to talk to you now about the passive income side of it. Okay. Now, in my business, I have two tried and true methods of how to find distressed sellers. The first one, of course, is the court. It's a court foreclosure filings. Evictions too sometimes, but for the most part, a tried and true method has been foreclosure filings. The second one, though, the last 3 years, it's really taking off and gaining speed as far as our go-to method of getting houses has been referrals. I started setting up referral systems, in 2019, and it's really, really becoming a great source of income, a great source of houses. And what have I been doing? Well, I've just been branding myself as Don the Short Sale Guy on social media, and I've just been going through and posting and reaching out to people and telling them that when you find someone that is upside down in their house and their mortgage and they need a short sale, they should give it to call me. Now, what are my terms? Now, before I get into the terms, there's 3 groups of people that will be interested in referring you deals. There's one's other investors, because there's wholesalers out there that don't know what to do with an upside down house and they just walk away from them normally. But if you educate them and let them know, hey, listen, I'll take those off your hand, they'll give them to you. And so that's one way. The second one are real estate agents. Real estate agents, not the ones that specialize in short sales, because they're not going to want to give up their listings. But there are a lot of agents out there who do not want to do them. And if you can do the same thing and say, look, when you find when someone comes to you and so they want to do a short sale because they're upside down, why go through all the hassle of trying to do a short sale and waiting 6 to 8 months and it may not work and you got to deal with the bank? Just refer it to us and we'll give you 25% of your commission. That's a very, very good argument, a very good, what's the word I'm looking for? I won't say bonus, but it's a very good, it's a very attractive offer, let's put it that way, for them, because they know they're going to get paid at the closing and 25% of the commission price, and then they can move on and keep finding other listings. And then finally, the third one are mortgage brokers, because usually when homeowners get in trouble, the first thing they try to do is they want to refinance their house. Well, mortgage brokers will be the first ones to find out that they can't do it. They're going to say, hey, you're upside down, or your credit's too bad. And again, for a mortgage broker, that means that they can't do anything with it. They just throw the lead away. Whereas we could educate them and say, look, give that to us. and we can get you some money on, you know, because that deal is that scenario is very viable for us. So how does this work? I want to share my screen and show you how this would work for passive income, because that's what you're here for. All right. So the way it works is you get one realtor or mortgage broker or investor wholesaler to refer you one short sale a quarter. Okay, let's just say you got one person and that person gives you one every 3 months. So that's 4 in a year. Now we average $15,000 per short sale flip. So if you get 25% of that, then you're going to get $3,750. Okay. So if you times that by 4, then that's $15,000 you would make passively, because you just need to you just need to get the relationship established and then nurture it by, you know, once every week, 10 days, you know, just send them a reminder saying, hey, we're here, just remember that, you know, and or possibly have them join my team, you know. And then but think about this. Imagine you get 10 referral sources that give you 4 houses a year each. Now you're at $40,000. I mean, for 40 houses a year. Okay. So 3,750 times 40 houses a year, that's $150,000 worth of passive income without having to do anything else. You would get $15,000 a year just by setting up a referral source. It's pretty powerful. Think about that. Now, you know, I hear people say all the time, I'll ask them, well, why do you want to be a real estate investor? Why do you want to be a buy and hold investor? Well, I want that passive income. Okay, well, here you don't have to worry about waking up at 2 in the morning and dealing with a clogged toilet, or renters that don't pay, or having to file evictions and then having to worry about the federal government telling you can't file an eviction and you just have to let people live there for free, all this kind of stuff. Think about this as a passive income. That's honestly, I have not seen a more powerful way to make passive income ever. I mean, you think about this from say, you know, the biggest pitch that people in network marketing say is, oh, you get the passive income, you can make money off other people. Yeah, but you gotta you know, you've got to build a downline, and you got to build a downline. And there's 90% of I think the statistics show that 90% of the people leave. So you're constantly in a hamster wheel trying to get more and more people to replace the ones that you've lost. Well, and then what do you get? $20 commission per person for whatever. I mean, that's nothing. So think about this. This is where you want to focus. Like, I mean, I hate to say this, but if I was a network marketer, I mean, I'd be all over this, because you already know how to recruit, right? So just change your focus from your vitamin shake or whatever it is you sell, you know, some berry juice from the Amazon, or some, I don't know, some whatever. I would just change my focus to our 3 groups and start talking to people about this. And then you're talking about real money, because every time someone sends a short sale, that's 37 approximately. Now it can be lower, it could also be higher, but that's the medium. 37.50 per closed deal. It's amazing. So that's how it works. And I want you to contact me. So if you're interested in this and you want to make money passively in short sales, then reach out to me and I'd be glad to go over everything with you and show you how it works. Okay. In the meantime, I'm Don the Short Sale Guy. Thank you for being here. Subscribe, like, comment, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks.